Lucid, Ferrari, Ram, are they all joking? Are they serious? I don't know if it's even funny at this point, but it's that time of the week when I've got Mark back with me to look at some good news, some no news, maybe even some bad news. I'm Brian. Welcome to Futuraza. Mark, you're back. I got you back.
I'm back.
So an apology to the audience. Mark's microphone is on the fritz. We are doing our best with just the, not great quality mic, but apologies for my dear folks at home who don't have the best speakers or headphones. You'll have to get by. I apologize. It's just how it happens, man.
That's life, man.
That is, I am told, life, which is quite a sentence. So I don't know if you know this, Mark, but there is some good news out there. This one I'm springing on you. You already know it. But if you are a Tesla shareholder, a retail shareholder, you can sign up and verify your shares on the Tesla Shareholder Platform by midnight on the 17th for a chance to attend our 10/10 event.
Get in the lotto if you've got some shares, because why not? You could be at Warner Brothers Studios to find out what's happening with the RoboCab.
Now, I have registered, my shares are registered. I have entered into the lottery. I have, a very good chance, because I'm sure nobody wants these tickets. This will be the hottest ticket for a very long time. So what I should mention is if you get a +1 and you give it to me, you also get the chance to hang out with me. I mean, that's really exciting.
Is that a pro or a con, really?
You have the option of hanging out with me. You don't have to. You can forego.
I'll give Brian the ticket, but I don't want to see you.
On one condition, Brian. You just, you know what? I'll wear a big orange hat. If you see it, if I see you, it's a problem. I accept your terms. So let's start with Lucid, because I would call this good news, but more really hopeful news. Lucid's teasing their new sub 50,000 midsize SUV, possibly called Earth. Good luck trademarking that. But we already know some details about Lucid's upcoming third model. Is our first glimpse of what it might look like. First of all, thoughts on the look?
Looks good.
Looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yep, absolutely.
I think that... honestly, with just what we see here, I don't think they could screw it up, because that looks pretty good. But we'll, of course, wait and see.
Silhouette still. So it's, You've got pieces of it. They could still screw it up, Brian. I don't think they will, but they could.
Yeah, well, they've got Corey Steuben working for them now,
That's
formerly of
true.
Monroe and Associates, and he is not the screw it up kind of guy, I guess is one way to put it, unless you count just the fact that he works at Lucid. But that's neither here nor there. Now, the question is, do you think they can actually build it for under $48,000? And I don't mean sell it at that price. I mean their build cost.
That is going to be the issue, and has always been the issue when you go to production with a vehicle. It's typically, it of course starts higher than that until you get up to volume, but still it's incorporating the efficiencies and trying to get that price down is going to be that's where the rubber meets the road, and it's questionable as to whether Lucid can do it, because it's a tough road to do. It's a tough act to follow. That Tesla has done this, and they had a tough time doing it. So anybody trying this is going to have a difficult time.
If we take Tesla out of the equation, because Tesla famously is very good at building an affordable vehicle at a positive margin, take them out, look at the cost of a Kia EV9, heck, even an EV6. If you're going to make a mid-size car that is still Lucid brand luxury, because they are very nice inside, I am concerned that 48 is more than it would cost for them to build it, because Ford struggles to make their Mach-E at a profit, and they sell around this price as well. So it's going to be real tough, I think. So I would call this good news if they can survive long enough to get this into production. If they can sell it, even if they jack it up to 60,000 for the, rollout edition, I think they'll have a better chance of surviving.
Well,
Is
Lucid's recent history is having to ask for money a few times because they've been running out because they're not selling as many cars at a profitable margin, and they're having to ask their investors to help continue to bail them out.
Now, when you said they ask for money from time to time, do you mean all the time? Because it's an ongoing thing. It's like they need an allowance. And they're
Yeah,
not, and yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm not saying they're giving out any money. They're asking for it all the time. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. Well, good news. Ferrari, their first electric Ferrari makes a convincing V8 sound. You almost fooled us. And look at these very believable exhaust pipes they, I don't know, practically painted on.
That is the saddest looking car I've seen in a while. Like, come on. You had it looks like you've added some you've gone to the Midas muffler shop and found some spare stuff in the back and attached it to the rear of the car.
It looks like they put those cheap chrome tips on that the teenagers like to put to make their car look fancy. They're not even symmetrical. They don't even match. But also, let's zoom out a second and say, camo or not, that's not a compelling car.
The camo makes it look really bad. Well,
It
and
doesn't have any Ferrari
maybe
lines
that's
to
maybe
it.
part of it though. The lines are completely broken up by the weird camo, and that's the purpose of camo. Like, I could say that if this was a uniformed color, this might look a little better than what you're thinking it looks like right now.
It looks like any other car. I don't know, man. Okay, well, you know what, Ferrari, if you're going to get on board with electrification, I'm here for it. There you go, an Abarth, the Fiat 500e. Lovely. There is a company that makes speakers that make vroom vroomy noises, and I may have the opportunity to interview the CEO of that company in coming weeks. We've had a couple conversations about doing that. I don't know what I'm going to ask. I mean, I have a couple questions, but they're mostly why. We're going to take a quick pause here because we have a quiz coming up at the end of this show, Mark. I'm going to quiz you, but I'm going to quiz the audience. So, guys, I need you guys to think about this quiz because it's going to come up here at the end of the show. The quiz is, can you name 6 ways to open your Tesla charging port? And if you get all 6, there is a prize. You get eternal peace and happiness inside your soul. So if you need to pause to think about 6 ways to open your charge port, we're going to quiz Mark at the end. It's going to be real fun, or at least a little bit, perhaps. We're hoping. Stellantis invests more than $406 million in 3 Michigan facilities to execute multi-energy strategy. Mark, what is a multi-energy strategy?
I think that is just that is industry speak for we really don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, how great would hey, you know what would be I know you guys were talking about EVs earlier, but you know what would be great is if we could in one place make hybrids and gas and electric. Guys, it'll be the worst of all worlds.
That has been tried before, and
how'd it work out? Great, I hope, right?
Yeah, no, it didn't work out well.
The other thing.
No, and I'm shocked that Stellantis is pulling this out of their playbook to say this is what we're going to follow. Like, come on, guys, this stuff has been done. Look at the history.
I don't think that's where they pulled this idea out of. It's somewhere darker. Accelerated retooling of Sterling Heights Assembly Plant. It's the place the sun don't shine. Enables upcoming launches of the Ram 1500 in BEV and the range extended version. And you know what? I can honestly see a little bit of value to the range extended version, but only for towing. And if people were only going to use it in that way, I would be fully supportive, but we know how that works. And the Jeep Wagoneer, which they is going to be electrified. Electrified. That's a word they like to use when they don't mean all electric.
Yep. Yeah, the current Jeep out there that has a little bit of a battery and can use it sparingly. Again, Stellantis has to grab the bull by the horn and start being serious about electrification, not partial. They can't hide behind this. Something that they have to move forward with, or they're just going to leave market share on the table that's going to be gobbled up by someone else that's running pure BEVs.
I had the chance to ride. I got a very exciting test ride in a Jeep. I don't remember which model it was, but one of the like the CJ looking Wrangler kind of thing at the LA Auto Show last year before, and it did the big climb. It went
Yep.
upstairs and whatnot, and it did so in all electric capacity, and it was very capable. And I thought, well, you know what, guys, you're halfway there. Just make the battery a little bigger so the engine doesn't have to kick on and you're done. But if they're not going to grab the bull by the horn, maybe they could grab the Ram by the horn, because the Ram 1500 and Jeep Wagoneer will be built in Michigan. See, that's how you do a segue there, Mark.
Yep.
Taking you to school. Class is in session. Yeah, so hopefully the Warren Assembly Plant and the Dundee Engine Plant will begin assembling EV platform parts, but we'll also start building a new turbocharged 4-cylinder for hybrid. Blah.
This is the word from Detroit, is that they're all looking to build hybrids, and they're looking for that in between to try to help them again keep the gasoline engines running for a little bit longer. Because it's just difficult to give up the profit because they haven't been investing in EVs. They haven't gone to their second generation vehicle, and it's costing them a fortune to build a pure BEV first gen and 1.5 gen. It's something that they're not picking up yet.
So Stellantis makes EVs in Europe. Do you guys not share technology between continents? Because I think you can do that. I don't think that would be too difficult, but all right, guys, whatever. Okay, Mark, so you've had some time with your puzzle. 6 ways, let's hear them.
Oh my gosh. Well,
how can you open your charge port?
The one I use most often is I go up to the car and I press the charge port.
Mm-hmm. You can just touch it. That's one.
The little magnet, it pops it open. So that's the one I use. But you can also be in the car and open the charge port from the screen.
Yes.
You can also be in your app and press the open charge port.
Yes.
What else have I done?
Because there's 3 more.
The charger itself. You can press the button on the charger, pointing it at the
That's
flap,
right.
and it will open it.
Yes, sir.
2 more. 2 more.
It's really 1.5 more.
Oh, it's a trick one. It's a trick one. Okay. I can't think of it, Brian, off the top of my head.
Voice command, open charge port, or you can say
butthole.
Open butthole. Those are the 6, you guys. You can press the button and speak the words open butthole, and you got it, buddy. Jam that hose in there.
Oh, don't go there, Brian.
It's not a hose. It's a cable. Okay, you want to jam the cable.
Just stop.
Reminds me of a joke I heard today, which I will not repeat until we are off the show. Guys, what did we miss? What did we misunderstand? How many of you got the quiz successful, and how many ways did we miss? Are there other ways to do it? There might be a bunch. I'm not sure. So leave it in them comments below. You can head on over to the Tesla Life podcast. They're on live every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, and they've got a couple other shows that come out during the week that are a little bit shorter, and all of them are fun, and they're 3 great dudes, Casey, Pat, and Mark, and at least 2 of them I like, so wait, which one doesn't he I think he likes me.
Goodness.
Surely it's got
Terrible.
all great folks.
Terrible.
All great folks. All right. So, yeah, everybody else, like, subscribe, stay tuned, stay juicy, and I cannot wait to hear from you, clever robots, when we're back in a day or so with even more fantastic news.